In a drought-stricken village called Champaner, set in 1893 colonial India, the villagers struggle to survive under the oppressive British rule. As they toil under the blazing sun, a group of farmers anxiously discuss their plight, knowing that they cannot meet the British tax demands or Lagaan this season. The villagers are desperate, but hope seems out of reach. Their woes worsen when Captain Russell, a cruel British officer stationed in the region, oversees a cricket match between British officers. Amidst cheers from his comrades, Russell humiliates his Indian servant by using him as a ball retriever. Witnessing the villagers' desperation outside, he devises a sadistic challenge. If the villagers can beat his men in a game of cricket, he will cancel their Lagaan for 3 years. But if they lose, they must pay triple the tax. It's a bet stacked in his favor, and the villagers are horrified when Bhuvan, a young and spirited villager, impulsively accepts the challenge. The villagers initially lash out at Bhuvan. "What have you done?" cries Ismail, a local elder. "Do you even know how to play this game? You've doomed us all." But Bhuvan stands his ground, explaining his belief that they must seize any chance to resist oppression. He passionately declares, "If we stand united, no force on earth can defeat us." Slowly, his determination begins to inspire a few of his fellow villagers. Bhuvan begins to learn cricket by watching the British soldiers practice from a distance, carefully observing their techniques. Meanwhile, he faces the daunting task of rallying support. He approaches Guran, the eccentric fortune-teller, and persuades him with a mix of flattery and humor. Kachra, a Dalit, untouchable, with a deformed hand, initially hesitates to join, fearing discrimination from his own people. Bhuvan addresses the villagers' prejudice, stating firmly, "If we want to win, we must stand as equals. A man's worth is not in his birth, but in his actions." This heartfelt plea leads Kachra to join, his unique bowling style proving to be a secret weapon. As the villagers begin training, their first attempts are comically disastrous. They struggle to grasp the basics of bowling, batting, and fielding. Guran swings wildly and misses every ball, while Bura, the farmer, trips over his own feet. Their spirits are lifted when Elizabeth, Captain Russell's kind-hearted sister, secretly offers to teach them the rules. "I cannot bear to see such injustice," she explains to Bhuvan, her eyes filled with empathy. Under her guidance, the team slowly improves, their determination growing with each passing day. Tensions rise when villagers loyal to the British warn Captain Russell of Elizabeth's involvement. Enraged, Russell confronts her. "You dare betray your own blood for these people?" he sneers. But Elizabeth stands firm, saying, "I see humanity in them, something you've long forgotten." Back in the village, Bhuvan's leadership begins to earn him respect, but it also causes jealousy. Lagaan, a woodcutter secretly aligned with Russell, attempts to sabotage the team by deliberately underperforming. His betrayal comes to light during a heated confrontation, and Bhuvan, though hurt, chooses forgiveness. "If you truly regret your actions, prove it on the field," he says, extending a hand of reconciliation. Lagaan, moved by Bhuvan's magnanimity, redeems himself by working harder than ever. As the match approaches, the entire village comes together to support the team. They prepare meals, repair equipment, and offer prayers. Gauri, Bhuvan's childhood friend, openly declares her love for him, saying, "You've given us hope, Bhuvan. I'll stand by you, no matter what." Meanwhile, Elizabeth wrestles with her own feelings for Bhuvan, but chooses to step aside, recognizing the bond between him and Gauri.
Falling in love with you.
The day of the match arrives, and the atmosphere is electric. The British soldiers, confident and condescending, laugh at the villagers' makeshift uniforms and rustic appearance. The first ball is bowled, and Bhuvan's team struggles under pressure. One by one, their wickets fall, and despair begins to creep in. But Bhuvan rallies his team during a break, urging them to stay focused. "We've come this far together. Remember, we're not just playing for ourselves, but for every villager, every farmer who has suffered under their rule." The tide turns when Kachra's unorthodox spin confounds the British batsman. One by one, he takes crucial wickets, and the villagers' cheers grow louder. Captain Russell, visibly frustrated, resorts to intimidation tactics, but the villagers refuse to back down. Lagaan redeems himself with a stunning catch, and Gowariker surprises everyone with an unconventional but effective batting style. In the final moments of the match, the tension is unbearable. The villagers need just one run to win, but they've lost most of their players. Bhuvan takes the strike, facing Captain Russell's aggressive bowling. As the ball hurtles towards him, he swings with all his might. The ball soars through the air, past the boundary, and the villagers erupt in jubilation. The impossible has happened. They've won. Captain Russell is humiliated, and true to his word, the Lagaan is cancelled. However, his superiors, furious at his failure, transfer him to a remote and desolate post. The villagers, now free from the crushing burden of taxes, celebrate their victory with song and dance. Bhuvan stands amidst them, his eyes reflecting both pride and relief. The film ends with a poignant voiceover, reminding the audience that while the villagers' triumph was extraordinary, it was but one story in a larger struggle for freedom. The camera pans over the jubilant faces of the villagers, a testament to the power of unity and resilience against all odds.